Hi everyone, welcome to Music 1140, Modern Music Appreciation. My name is Leslie Schultes and I'm your instructor this semester. The purpose of this short video is to, one, talk about the materials that you're going to need, and then I'd also like to show you something about the layout of the class. So I'm going to start by clicking on Start Here. Here we are, Start Here. I'm going to click on this module. The first thing that you should see is a course description, and the only thing that you can read this, but the important thing that I wanted to say about our course description is that the title for our class is kind of misleading. We're called Modern Music Appreciation. Just to let you know, most of what we're going to listen to in here is classical music. After we review the elements, we'll get to the music of Beethoven and then listen to the music that follows. If I keep scrolling down, we'll get to the materials that are needed. Now I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so hopefully you'll be able to see this. We are using this semester a book called The Enjoyment of Music. It's the 12th shorter edition by Mackless and Forney. The C&M bookstore is selling the paperback book, and it should come packaged with something called the Total Access Card, and this should be $131.50. You don't really need to have the paper copy of the book, but you might prefer to have it. What you will need at the very least is this Total Access Card, because it's going to give you access to not only the music but the quizzes. So you really will need it. It's really important that you get it. If you want to just get the digital materials, the Total Access Card, you can get it directly through the publisher for $50. Excuse me, for $50. I'm not sure if the bookstore is selling it by itself. I think not, but it's possible. So you might look into that. Anyway, you need the total, excuse me, the Total Access Card. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to show you was just the most important place that you're going to go every week, and that's to the Learning Modules tab. So I'm going to click over here, and when we get to the Learning Modules, that first thing you're not going to see, I wanted to show you that there's a quick links to the ebook and other materials, and once you've purchased the Total Access Card, you're going to be given some kind of a code to get you in, and you're also going to be asked for this 5-digit code. It's supposed to be an instructor given code, 5 digits. Our student set ID number is this 12224, and so you'll be asked for that. So each time you go into the Learning Modules tab, you'll find the different weeks here. You're only going to see week 1 for right now, and you click on that, and there's going to be 2 yellow folders and some other stuff. So I wanted to let you know it's really important that you know where you're going to want to go. There's 2 folders. The first folder provides the resources for you, so you'll find a link to the textbook and some other stuff, some videos. The second folder is where you're going to want to go to actually do the work, where you're going to submit it. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. It's real important that you guys know that all the work in each learning module is due each Sunday by 11:59 p.m. There's one thing that's due before that, and that is your first discussion post. That'll be due each Thursday by 11:59. So every week the work is due by Sunday. The only exceptions are the concert reports, and those are due at the end of the 9th week, and then there's another one that's due at the end of the 14th week. And you'll hear more about that later, but everything else is due by Sunday. So let's click here so I can show you what I was talking about. And at the very top, you'll find the learning outcomes for each week. There's an agenda which will kind of give you a roadmap of what we're going to be doing. It also gives you a checklist of the work that needs to be completed. I would really recommend looking at that. Here's the resources and materials folder. Here's the coursework folder. I'm going to click on that. At the top of each coursework folder, there's going to be some kind of discussion. This first week is an introduction, so you guys are going to be introducing yourselves. And if you click on this, it'll take you directly to the discussion board. You can also, it's a shortcut, you can get to the discussion board over here in the course menu. So both ways you can get to it. There's a syllabus quiz this week. And then there's also going to be some chapter quizzes and eventually some listening quizzes. And again, just in case you didn't see it, you will need a registration code, and then our student set ID number is here again. So you guys can check out the ebook. It's kind of easy to get lost in it, and check it out. I really like this new edition. And although you can get to a lot of the material by going directly to the ebook, just remember that you need to come back to this coursework folder because this is where you're going to want to submit the work. Okay, let's take a look at this first quiz here. I'm going to click on the highlighted, the orange Prelude 1 quiz, and it'll take me to this link. I'm going to click on that, and you will need to register. So I have my password. I'm going to type in, and then I'm going to go ahead and sign in. There is some kind of a trial access, but I'm not sure if it's going to record your grades, so you might need to check that out. But here if you've purchased the Total Access card, you can click on I need to register. So I'm going to sign in. And I'm an instructor, so I'm not sure that your page is going to look exactly like this, but we're going to try this activity. Click here. And what you're going to see is something called a target score. It's a lot of points here, but the way that I'm going to grade them is that you just take away the 2 zeros on the right. This quiz is going to be worth 15 points, and your grade is going to be based on how many points you earn. So let's say you get the 1,500 points, then you would get 15 points. If you only get 1,000 points, then you're only going to get 10 points for the grade. So you can look at that to get an idea of what the target score is. And then you click Start Answering Questions. Alright, so let's say you have no idea. Well, you can just go ahead and click and guess, and you're going to be right or wrong. You can also click on here, and it'll open up the ebook, which is really cool. It'll provide you the info that you need. I'm going to go ahead and close that. So you can take a guess. Understanding a bit about the music before listening to it can help develop a deeper appreciation of it. Well, I think it's true, and that's correct. So nice job. We got 60 points on that. I'm going to click Next Question. Gosh, do you know the answers? Let's say you're not really sure. You can look at this this question confidence scale, and you can move it from left to right. So let's say you have no idea. It won't give you as many points if you get it right, but it won't take off as many if you get it wrong. And then you can also slide it all the way to the right, and it'll give you a lot more points if you get it right. So let's see. Which of the following is a recommended technique to study music? Listening to a recording multiple times, attending a live performance of music, putting music examples on as background. Well, gosh, I think it's listening to a recording multiple times. I think attending live performances also are good. And putting music examples on as background. Well, I don't think so, but let's go ahead and put this here. No, it wasn't right. So we can try again, and we know we got that wrong, so we can slide it over here. What's cool about this is that if you got something wrong, it's going to ask you again. You can keep going and keep going. The only place to see a live performance of classical music is in a major urban center like New York or Los Angeles. Well, no, because there's concerts in New Mexico too. And you can see you're going to get more and more, hopefully more and more points. If for any reason you miss stuff, it's going to take points away. So again, you can check out this question confidence scale, and eventually you're going to want to build up to, in this case, 1,500 points. It took me a little bit of time to figure these out, but I really think that you'll get used to it, and I think you're going to learn a ton. Let's say you don't have enough time when you sit down to take these quizzes to finish them. It's okay, you can go back to them, and I think it retains your scores. So you can go back to them. Just make sure that you get them done by the Sunday of the week in which they're assigned. Okay, you guys, those were the main things I wanted to show you. If you are new to online classes, you can take a look over here on the left in the course menu, and you'll find some information like the syllabus. And that's important because you're going to want to look at that. There's a syllabus quiz this week, actually. There's some information about me, of course, the learning modules, information about concerts that are going to be coming up, more about that next week, study guides, There's the discussion board. As far as the course communication, I would prefer, if you need to get a hold of me, to contact me through the messages. If for any reason Blackboard is down, you can contact me through Outlook, but I prefer messages. And when you want to check your grades, click on My Grades. And finally, if you need some help, there's some student resources. I think that's it for now. I wish you a great semester. I'm looking forward to getting to know more about you, and I hope you have a great semester.